guys, Angie Ferguson. I am here, Coach Angie, and Trek of Estero, Trek Bicycles, with the master, the maestro, the chief, the engineer of bikes, Joaquin. Joaquin is service manager here. Hey, Joaquin, thanks for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, Joaquin, we talk about bikes, and as athletes, you know, we think that we're going to get on them, we're going to pedal, and everything's going to be great. Mm-hmm. What would you recommend? What are 3 key things that athletes can do, perspectives they can take away to keep their bike in really good working order? We know what to do for a car, but we know a bike maybe not.
Exactly. Well, just like for a car, I always recommend trying to stick to a regular routine maintenance. However, there's things that you can do to extend the life.
Okay, when you say regular routine maintenance, you mean bringing it in here and having to get
Exactly.
service?
Yeah.
Which I highly recommend you do on a fairly regular basis, more regular than maybe I do sometimes.
We always try every 6 months, at least once a year, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
If you aren't able to get it in as often, I would recommend at least the 3 things that I always find that is most common with any bike, triathlon bikes, road bikes, hybrids. The first thing would be cleaning. So whether you're riding, racing, competing, you did a training ride, down here in Florida, you're going to get caught in the rain once or twice. The main thing is making sure that we get it clean. And this could be anything from soap and water. There's a lot of items on the market, specific bicycle degreasers, cleaners, that can just get away all the road grime, the grease, the sweat, all the salt, the beach sand. It definitely prevents any of your bolts from rusting or anything making it difficult for you to ride later on.
So I just want to stop you there real quick. You talked about getting your bike clean, and these are degreasers. So are we talking about the whole frame, the wheels, the chain? What do you want us to really focus on?
So a lot of time, that soap and water you can use on everything.
Okay. Even on the chain?
You can.
And on your cassette?
Yes, the chain, the cassette, the drivetrain.
Okay.
You can use a hose. I don't really recommend a pressure washer because it might do a little bit too much to the bearings inside of your bottom bracket and the wheels.
Okay.
There are specific cleaners that are made to be a little bit stronger for the drivetrain.
Okay.
There are some that are a little bit easier on the frame and the paint.
Okay.
And then there are other ones that are just kind of overall for the bike, the handlebars, your seat, tires, and wheels. So you can kind of have a little kit.
Okay, so I typically would use, like, when I clean my bike, and Joaquin picked this first because I'm not the best about it, but I've learned the hard way. So I use Simple Green. What do you think of that? Because it's environmentally friendly.
It is.
And it seems to cut the grease a lot.
It does.
And then one of the things I've noticed, and because you guys have told me several times, is that we really have to watch the bolts, because as athletes, you know, especially here in Florida, and if you're doing long training rides, or even if you're not doing a long training ride, it's just really hot outside in the summers, and we sweat into them, and I don't think people realize how corrosive that can be. And a few times, unfortunately, I've had to have my friends drill them out for me because they get so corroded in there.
Exactly.
So if we clean it regularly and do them regular, like 6 month or at least yearly maintenance, that should help?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so usually sweat, the goos, any of your water bottles, your nutrition, the hydration, the
like
salt
Gatorade.
tabs, all of that stuff gets into the bolts, your
Yep.
bearings. A lot of times, if those bolts seize up, that's when we got to pop the drill out and do some mad science on it. But clean it up and then get either aluminum replacement bolts, or we can go with stainless steel. Okay. So that helps out as well.
Okay, so we got to clean our bikes. What else do we need to do?